Okay, I have one more mall story for you. Okay, so, do you guys remember Sears? They are long gone at this point. There's like a few left in the country. The one that I'm about to talk about, she's been closed for a hot second now. She's gone. So Sears in our mall was at like the end of the mall, almost near the exits, next to the bank that was in the mall. And you know how most stores in malls have the gates that come down on like the mall side instead of like the push open to close doors that you would lock? It's like the gates that come down. Well, Sears also had one of those gates. So one night it's me and the two other managers that are closing, and we go to drop our deposit off at the bank that is right next to the Sears. We hear like a rattling coming from Sears. And mind you, just to set the scene, like it's nighttime. It's like 9:30, 9:45 at night. Like the mall has been closed since like 9, and everyone has been doing their closing procedures and like going home. But we hear this rattling coming from like Sears. We look over. There's a family of 4 trapped inside the Sears. It's just two parents and 2 little kids, and they're all just they're all holding on to the gate like little prison cells, just rattling it back and forth. They know they're trapped in there. They're like, what am I gonna do? On the other side of the gate is one of the useless mall security guards, literally like a foot away from these people, just staring them directly in the face. And he's also holding on to the rungs of the gate, and they're just staring at each other. He does not know what to do. He cannot fix this problem. I thought this was the funniest thing I had ever seen. I was like, what led to this moment? Like, did they not hear the closing announcements that these people were obviously making? The narrative that I like to tell myself is that they were in the store, they heard the closing announcements, but they're like, you know what? I'm a customer and like, I'll shop however long I need to. What are you gonna do? Lock me in here? Yeah. I like to think that the boss was just like, you know what? This job, I like to think it wasn't an accident. I like to think it was on purpose, and then whoever the manager was that night was like, you know what, I don't really even need this job. I'm locking the in here. I'm so done with this shit. I don't know how they ended up getting out. I'm assuming that like mall security had to call like the management of the Sears, and they had to come back and like let them out and like disable their alarm system or what have you. So I don't know how they got out. Obviously they did. I'm sure they weren't demolished with the Sears building, but I laughed my ass right out that door. I was laughing in the car. I was laughing driving home. I was just the visual of this family of 4 just gently like rattling the gate back and forth, just distressed, but not super upset about it. They just kind of seemed like, yeah, well, you know, humbled by it, if you will. Anyways, the end.